but let's say we want to. You've got these few units here, but let's say this obviously is the UK. But let's try and whittle this down a bit. I've got a different table for countries in here. I think nations. There it is. There we go. You can see being attacked by Russia and England. So you can whittle. The idea is that you can whittle things down, and you'll eventually produce reports about very specific details. And this will actually allow you to make a decision. This will allow you to see: are you winning certain battle? Are you losing certain battle? Are you winning against a certain nation? Losing? This is the only real way that you've got to efficiently and effectively tell what's going on. I put in to the tables as well a sort of simulated battle between some German units in France being attacked over the channel by a couple of RAF squadrons. So let's see if we can produce a report about that. Let's just remove that criteria there, so now it should report back everything. Okay, nope, it's not going to do that. Let's remove that. Let's do England. There we go. And there's an example I've just showed you, at least in this very short list, that I could be bothered to make. So as you can see, it's quite a lot of information there. A quick query. This is just filtering by nation. This gives you all the attacks of one nation against you, in this case England, and you could have other filters to filter this by continent. Say you just want the attacks by England on mainland Germany, or you could filter it by the bombing. Let's try that actually. I'm not sure if I actually put the information in, but let's try and do English unit types. Let's do bomb again, and let's get it to report back IC damage. In fact, let's just for a laugh, let's put a few more in, see what we can come up with. There you go. So England's not done as much in the way of IC damage. Let's just change that to, in fact, let's just get rid of that criteria. We see Russia is the one who's dealing us the most damage. We could put other criteria in here. Let's just say I want to know who's hitting me the most when it comes to IC loss. This is pretty artificial because I've just seen the values, but you filter it and just say I want to know who's giving me the most damage over a certain threshold level, greater than 0.9. I'm not quite sure why that didn't work. Hang on a sec. Yep, I'm just putting a rather stupid number, 0.09. There you go. It's the list of all the, so we can see now that this would be a good time to sort of shift some fighters maybe to the Russian front to stop them damaging our industry, stop them penetrating our air defences over in that area. And then we'd probably have to deal with England a bit more, so this is probably a good indication that we want to build some more fighters, and we've got to protect our IC or anything else. You hopefully get the idea by now. I'm just going to play with this a little bit more before I stop boring you all. Okay, let's say we want to report back about our fighters over France again. Okay, let's do England again. fighters. Unit type fighters. There we go, and this gives us sort of a running report of a specific battle. This is the only one I've actually put in the records. But what we would do, let's see if I can knock this up quick. So let's say we could then filter it by provinces, and this would be a bit more extensive. Obviously, you wouldn't just have provinces; you'd have regions and national borders and things like that. So what I'll be able to do is just say I want everything, all of the fighters versus fighter battles by England versus Germany over France within certain dates, and then you can start to piece together what you need to do if you're winning a battle, if you're losing a battle, and just generally how things are going. Because at the moment we're just pretty much blind. With land combat, you can see the front line move. You can the battle combat indicators are pretty good. You've got a strength map mode as well, which should help you identify where things are going wrong. And relative to air power as well, the battles for land are pretty static, and you can see them sort of slowly evolve over time. But with aircraft, there are just units everywhere. I was just going to hook this up. Here we are. I got a bit confused there. Name. That's what we want. There we go. And we see that's all over Cherbourg. And another handy thing might be to, let's get rid of that join there, just to make this easier. So that was the combat province. That's where everything's actually happening. There was something else here. Defender. Here we are. Defender base province. So we want to know where these guys that are giving our aircraft over France hassle, where are they coming from? That was probably quite wrong. Cherbourg, apparently, which is odd. Oh, sorry, I had the wrong one. Attacker base province, that's the one we wanted. Come on. And this will tell us where they're all coming from, and we can see they're all coming for the airbase in Dover. So we might send over some bombers to try and take out their runways or things like that. And yeah, I think you get the general idea. I've got a lot more information. Here. As you can see, this took quite a while to put all this together, but I hope what I'm saying is actually kind of clear. I think this kind of system it's pretty much indispensable in a game as complicated as Hearts of Iron. Also, just wanted to point out I've made a quick form here. This form is based on this query with the results that I showed you earlier. And the most obvious thing is to have it perform a graphical output for you. You should be able to choose between, whatever kind of graph is going to be useful. Most of the time, line graphs, bar graphs, pie charts, things like that. You can see here the example. I compared the losses of the British fighter groups against mine. I should have really plotted mine on here, as that would have been far more useful, but you get the idea. Yeah, and this will allow you to really get a good handle on what's going on, where it's happening, and it will allow you to make informed choices. And that's essentially what the game is all about. So on that note, I'll sign off.